guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So today I'm going to be doing a quick video on my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I have a few eyeshadow palettes, but these are the ones that I literally go to every day, and the reasons that they are my favorite eyeshadow palette is because you can get so many looks from them. I don't like having to go to 4 different eyeshadow palettes just to get one look. Like, I really can't stand that. Like, the minimum at least 2. Maybe you might have to go to 2 palettes because you might have to mix it. Like, say you're doing a bold look and you might have to mix your neutrals and your bold palette or something like that. So the most I really want to do is go to 2 palettes to get a look. I really don't want to be going to 3, 4, 5 palettes just because I'm doing one look. So I love it when I can get a palette that literally gives me everything I need, or at least almost everything I need. So I'm going to be showing you the palettes that I love and that I pick up and that I use every day pretty much. If you follow me, if you've been following me for a while, you probably are familiar with these palettes and you probably already know the ones I'm going to show you. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first eyeshadow palette I'm going to be showing you is the Morphe 35O palette. You guys know I love this palette so much. I'm always using it. I'm always like going into it. So I'll open it up for you. So you can see it's been getting quite a bit of use. You can see as it's coming down, and you can obviously see my favorite colors. This palette is absolutely amazing because it is a neutral palette and it works for every skin tone. I know lighter shades, they love this palette. Darker shades, they love this palette as well. It's pretty much a palette that is loved by everyone, and it's always sold out. I remember I really wanted this palette for so long, and every time I would go online it would always be sold out. So the day I just saw it there and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, yes. So yeah, so as you can see, it is warm tones, neutral tones. So you've got your browns, you've got your dark browns, and you literally have your light to your dark literally from there. And then you have your golds and your your shimmer shades and your your matte, and it's a mixture of mattes and shimmers, which is great, which I love. Got your orange in there as well for something a little bit brighter. And I think it's just the perfect, for me it's the perfect palette. I get so many looks from this palette. Like, literally this look that I have right now, I used one palette to do this look, literally one palette. And this one I used to do this cut crease. I do get a lot of people asking me where I buy my Morphe palettes from. I get them from Beauty Bay. I will link it in the description bar below. Like I said, the 35O is always sold out, so you have to kind of keep checking and checking. And it goes for £22. It used to be like 21, but now it's £22. Only downside to Morphe eyeshadows is that you do get a lot of fallout. And when I say fallout, I mean sometimes the eyeshadow does kind of like fall out, and you get kind of like eyeshadow kind of falling down, so what I would advise is, one, just make sure you tap your brush and get any excess product off your brush before applying it to your face. And another thing I suggest as well is to start with your eyes. That way you can wipe away any kind of mess, and then you can go onto your foundation. So I'll swatch just a few of the shades in there so that you can see the quality. I'll just swatch the shimmer shades because I guess that makes more sense to kind of swatch those. Okay, so there you go. Those are 3 shades, and you can just see as well at the tip of my finger how amazing, and it's very blendable. I love it because you can blend the eyeshadows very easily, and you can see the color payoff is amazing. So I suggest and I honestly recommend Morphe eyeshadows to anybody, and especially the 35O. Like, anybody who asks me, what eyeshadow palette do you think I should get? I would always say 35O. You need it in your life. You need it in your life for sure. So yeah, that is number 1. Sticking with Morphe again is the 35B palette, and this is broken. I broke it because I'm just clumsy like that. So I'm just gonna put this down. This is completely different from the 35O. So you can see that this is a bright palette. Now, I love this palette so much because of the bright colors, because it's not all the time you want to do a neutral look. Sometimes you do want to go out of the box and do something a bit brighter, a bit bolder. So, and I love this palette. I love it's just pretty much got all the colors. You've got yellow, you've got red, you've got purples, you've got corals, and it's also a mixture of mattes and shimmers as well, which I really like as well. This is one of my favorite colors in the palette here. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot. And yeah, it's just, if you're feeling a bit braver and you want to kind of experiment with more color, I would suggest this one, because I have the 35U, but that one is all shimmer. So I would suggest the 35B because it's a mixture of matte and shimmer. So you can use, you know, some of the mattes in the crease, and then you've got some shimmers that you can use on the lid as well. It's got black eyeshadow there as well that you can use on the outer V to smoke out your look. You can just see those bold colors, and you can see it on my hands as well. Absolutely amazing, and it's very creamy, it's very blendable. So it's yeah, if you're into bolder colors or you want to experiment with bold colors and you're not too sure what palette to get, I'll definitely suggest this one. Again, there is fallout with these eyeshadows. Even as I did the yellow one, it was literally crumbling out. Unfortunately, I don't know, that's just the formula that Morphe have. You know, they do have fallout, but I feel like the quality and the price, I feel like I can still overlook that. And like I said, just do your eyes first, wipe off any mess, and then you could just go onto your foundation and just do it that way. So the 35B palette, I definitely recommend for bolder colors. Another one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes is of course the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And yeah, this is, I mean, this is in everyone's kind of like top eyeshadow palettes. Like once this got released, it was literally like, whoa, like it literally was like all over the internet, all over Instagram. If you do know about the Modern Renaissance palette, like where were you? Like, have you been hiding under a rock? Or, you know, it was literally everywhere. So yeah, I really like this palette. Obviously, it is more on the expensive side. I think it retails for about $40, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, if you don't mind splurging a little bit more, then I definitely recommend this. There's a brush that goes into it, but it will fall out as I'm holding it up. So yeah, it's like a double-sided brush, so it's quite nice to have that in there. I haven't even used it till its full potential. Like, I feel like I still need to use this palette. I just always reaching for my 35O palette, but I do want to use this palette a lot more because it is really great. Again, you know, you've got your mattes, you've got your shimmer shades as well, you've got your, you know, darker shades that you can use for your crease, and, you know, some, you know, pop of color here. I did use it in one of my, I think my Valentine's Day tutorial. I used this palette for that. So if you want to see how that went, you know, you can I'll link it in the description bar below so that you can see how I use this palette for that tutorial. But like I said, for me as well, I still want to do more looks with this because there are more looks that I can do with it. So yeah, it's amazing. The quality is amazing. Funny enough, even though it's more expensive, you still actually get fallout with this eyeshadow palette, which I don't know why. I don't know what kind of formula they use, and I don't know why. You know, this palette is not cheap. It's like double the price of the Morphe palette. So I don't know why you still get fallout with the, you know, the shimmer shades. You know, nevertheless, it's still a good palette. It's still a great palette. And so if you have a little bit more to spend, I'll definitely recommend the Modern Renaissance palette. The only thing I don't like about this palette is just the packaging. Honestly, the packaging is nice, but it's not practical. Like, it gets very dirty, so just bear that in mind. Like, as soon as you get it, by the time you use it one time, it's probably just gonna get dirty. Mine is super dirty. It's probably not even as dirty as other people's because I haven't even used it as much as probably other people have. But I really didn't understand why they decided to use kind of like felt as the packaging cover, because it just gets dirty. So that's the kind of my only thing. Like, I just think I didn't get it. But apart from that, it's an amazing palette. So I'll do some swatches again. Here's a few of the colors here, and again you can see the color payoff is really great. So the quality is amazing. A bit of fallout, but you can still deal with that. You know, it's not the worst, you know. So yeah, so Modern Renaissance palette, definitely in my top favorite. So the next eyeshadow palette I'm going to show you, it's a really affordable one. If you're looking for something a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable, kind of drugstore, then I recommend the Revolution Pro Iconic 1 palette. Honestly, this palette is absolutely amazing, and it's £6. This palette is absolutely amazing. I broke it, by the way. Like I said, I'm clumsy. I need to seriously sort my life out. I'm always like dropping things on the floor and they break. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, this is the Iconic 1 palette. You can see that I've used this a lot. You've got all matte shades at the top, and you've got shimmer shades at the bottom. So again, you know, you've got your brown, your darker brown, your black, you know, to start off with, and you can literally pick any of these colors as as your, you know, your lid shade or anything like that, and you've got kind of like lighter shades maybe for your brow bone, or you can use them on your lid as well. Like, you can literally get so many looks from this palette. Even though this is Drugstore, this is absolutely amazing quality. I've had this for a long time now, and I still use it till today, you know. So this is gorgeous palette. So those are some swatches. So you can see the color payoff is amazing. It's very good quality. There it is there. So yeah, those are my top eyeshadow palettes. I tried to give you kind of a good kind of like range, kind of like higher end to middle to drugstore. So I really hope that this helped you. Maybe if you're looking for an eyeshadow palette to get and you wasn't too sure, hopefully this video gave you a bit of an idea of what to get. And yeah, so really hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one, guys. Bye.